Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my October wrap up for you guys, which is not very big, so that will be very quick. And then I also want to share the books that I want to read in November, so it'll be my November TBR. So I'm pretty excited about the lineup. I tried to keep it a little bit smaller just because I know I haven't been reading a ton and I just kind of want to get back into it. And I have chosen a couple books that I'm really excited for. I've been wanting to read for a long time and just have me excited about reading again. And hopefully some of these will help pull me out of the little slump that I've been in. So let's go ahead and start with my October wrap-up, which I only completed one book during the month of October, which it was finally finishing Truly Madly Guilty by Liane Moriarty. And this one, I'm sad to say, just didn't work as well for me. I ended up giving it 3 stars. And if you've been chatting along the way during the buddy read that I hosted through like September, you guys will know that this book is like over 500 pages and I felt like it just dragged on and on and on. And while there was this big mystery that needed to be solved and it kept my like interest piqued because you would think something would get solved or a piece would kind of click into place, and yet this whole other thing was still kind of like mysterious and still happening and still, so it definitely kept me interested. It just wasn't like, I feel like it could have been resolved a lot quicker. And once actually that the whole thing kind of happened, I was just like, really, that's like what all this build was about? Like, it wasn't that like shocking or surprising to me. I was just like, okay, like now what? So I just felt like overall this was not my most favorite book, but it was okay. It was a decent read, just very long. I really wasn't sure I wanted to continue on with any more of Liane Moriarty's books. However, a few people have told me to read a couple of her others. They gave me 2 other suggestions. Can't think of them off the top of my head. Let's see if I can find it really quickly in here. Big Little Lies, The Husband's Secrets, and possibly What Alice Forgot. I can't really remember. But if you guys think that I should give Liane Moriarty another try, please comment below and let me know. Maybe vote on one that I should try to read, because after this I was just like not sold. But I've been told not to give up, so I'm determined not to give up. So if you guys agree, definitely, like I said, comment below, let me know. Otherwise, 3 stars on this one. And then moving on to the books that I want to read in November. So in October, I actually had really wanted to read A Monster Calls, and then I wanted to watch the movie, and I just never got around to it. I think I started it and only got maybe like less than 100 pages in and just couldn't get, the ball rolling fast enough before the end of the month. And then of course, Stranger Things 2 got released, and that sucked up the remaining weekend, and I did not finish this book. So I actually did read it so far this month in November and absolutely loved it, and everybody said it was so devastating and so sad, and I did think it was really heartbreaking and really sad and really tragic and beautiful. However, I didn't cry like expected, so that was kind of nice. But I think the movie is really gonna get me, and I think it'll be kind of a nice little transition between the two, and like I've heard it's a good adaptation, so I'm just excited and looking forward to it. So this is the first book that I've actually completed, so I'm really excited to announce that that one is off of my list. The other one that I wanted to read and actually just finished the other day, because I wanted to read it very slowly and just really absorb it all, and I just couldn't pick up anything else and get into it. So I just decided to take a couple days and just spend my time going through it. It is The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur, and I absolutely loved Milk and Honey, like hands down, adored it. One of my favorite reads to date. Everything about it, it was so emotional and beautiful, and it just really spoke and resonated with me, so it's definitely one of my favorites. This obviously was highly anticipated. It came out, I believe, on October 3rd, and I had it pre-ordered, and I had it, and so I've had it for like a month, never picked it up, finally decided to give it a go, and I did actually give it quite a few like tabs and marks. However, I don't feel like this one was quite as powerful for me as Milk and Honey. So I ended up giving this one 4 stars, but still really good, and obviously I enjoyed it, or I wouldn't have tabbed it as much as I did. The next one that I really want to read during the month of November is Rayanne Thines' Sugar Pine Trail. This is a part of the Haven Point series. I can't remember if this is number 8 or what this one is. It was released at the end of September, and I just adore this series. If you guys have been longtime followers and you watch a lot of my wrap-ups, you guys will know that I'm really obsessed with this series. I recently had to buy books like 1 through 4 just to catch up in the series. Haven't read them yet, but I do own them now, and the first one was extremely difficult to kind of track down. So I'm excited that I finally have the whole collection of things. But what I really love about these is they usually have some kind of like holiday theme in there, which generally a lot of them are in like the winter time, which is just so perfect with the upcoming season. They have the cutest small town romances that I adore. I love the town, I love the people, I love the environment, and the feelings and everything feels so real. Some of it, yes, is a little bit cheesy, and honestly, these do remind me of like the Hallmark, like rom-com kind of deals that always come on around the same time, and I would love to see these adapted. Like, I would hands down be like first in line to watch that. Like, I just adore these, and I love holiday like movies on Hallmark. I'm so addicted to them. Guilty pleasure. So this one I'm really looking forward to, and I just want to curl up, spend a nice like cozy weekend. Hopefully it'll snow. I can curl up by the fire with some tea and a blanket and just read this one. So looking forward to it. Then the next 2 I'm hoping to get to. Not quite sure, like I said, how many I'm going to be able to get through, but so far I'm on a roll. And I wanted to throw one in that a lot of people have raved about, that I've actually talked about on this channel and on my book account, and I just haven't gotten around to it, and I'm like kicking myself for it because a lot of people are saying it's really great. They're really raving about it and recommending it. And it is Good Me, Bad Me by Ali Eland, and this was actually sent to me by Booksparks. It's part of their fall reading challenge, so I definitely need to get around to this ASAP because 1, the raves, and 2, because I want to get you guys my thoughts and opinions on it as well before the end of this like reading challenge. So if you guys wanted to jump in before it ends, you guys can definitely do so. So keep an eye out for this one. And the last book that I have on my TBR for the month of November, you guys are probably going to laugh, and it's another series that is probably gone on for way too long, but is a guilty pleasure, and for some reason they just crack me up, and this is the book that I'm really hoping will pull me out of my little slump. I'm currently reading it right now, just over 100 pages in, and the next book's actually getting ready to release this month, so that's another reason I wanted to read it and catch up on the series. And it is Tarbet 23 by Janet Ivanovich. This is a part of the Stephanie Plum novel. So again, 23. This book has been going for 23 books. 24 is releasing, I believe, on November 14th. So anyway, I just want to catch up, kind of jump in. These books just crack me up. I think they're so full of like comedic moments and just things that I could kind of relate to. And I think Stephanie is just this funny character, and the grandma cracks me up. And so, yes, why these are overdone and it's basically the same story time and time again, I'm totally okay with it because it is such an entertaining and delightful little read. So, like I said, 100 pages in, and this one I just started it yesterday, and so I haven't been able to put it down. I was super excited and read a bunch last night before falling asleep, and then woke up this morning pretty early thanks to the time change, and got a couple more pages in and can't wait to dive back in tonight. So I think this will be a fairly quick read. Alright, you guys, so that was my little wrap up and my TBR for November. I would love to know what you guys have on your list as well, so definitely comment below, let me know, and let's chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you guys next time. Bye.